All right, and we are live and in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where we interview special guests each and every week from different walks of life in the reselling world. Here we'll discuss the highs and lows in reselling and dive into great conversation. We are positive you're going to hear something that's going to help you become a better reseller. I'm your host, Ray, and my co-host, Dustin, is actually having some internet issues at the moment. He said he might be able to come on later, but don't hold your breath if that's the case. But let me introduce our guest for today, and I'm very excited about today because, I actually got to meet Jason, but this is Jason, aka Wiki Picks. What's going on, Jason? How are you, sir? How are you doing this Sunday evening?
I'm doing good, man. Glad to finally be on here. I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you coming on. I know that I like to plan like way ahead, especially with this show because, wife and family, just make sure and you have time. But we are taking a break on our Father's Day episode, so we're not going to have a show on Father's Day. But if you follow us on all of our social media channels, we have something very special that's going to drop that day. So if you haven't followed us on Instagram or TikTok, you're going to be pleasantly surprised on Father's Day. So make sure you follow us on there. But Jason, first question that we have right off the bat, Wiki Picks. How did you pick the name? Where did it come from? What's going on with that?
I get asked that quite often. I used to go, a long time ago, I went by the name The Wicked One with some friends.
Oh, okay.
This is I'm talking 15 years ago. And that was my online name. I would go into chats and stuff like that. One day, I was in a chat with a friend, and a random person came in and said, "Hey, what's going on, though? Wiki done?" And from then on, everybody started calling me Wiki done, got shorted to Wiki, and I've just been Wiki ever since.
Wow. So Wiki is the wicked one.
Originally, yes.
So was that where did that come from? Is that like a Dungeons and Dragons thing? Were you in a band? Or are you just at a biker club? Where did it come from?
No, nothing like that. But no, it's just an old nickname that I've always used since I was young.
Okay, I like that, dude. Just imagine if your name was Wicked Picks, that would have been pretty cool too.
Yeah, it would have been good. But like I said, it got shortened to Wiki, and I still have friends to this day that call me that. Okay,
nice. So let's say hi to some people in the chat right quick, Jason. And again, guys, the people in the chat, if you have any questions for Jason, make sure you put them down there. Now is the time to ask those questions. Adam Exploit says, "Hey Ray, Dustin, Wiki Picks, and friends, good to see you." And he says, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. No, Dustin, oh no, internet problem. Yeah, Comcast, man, go figure. We have Sunny Las Vegas says, "Dudes, what's good? Good to see you, Sunny. Hope that you're doing okay. What up, guys? Hope everything is having a great holiday weekend. Thank you so much. That's Unique Tennessee for jumping on." So, Jason, I know that I believe you were commenting when we had Sunny on, and then Sunny is retired military, and I believe you're retired military as well. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I'm not retired. I did 12 years.
Okay.
And then I got out for medical issues. But yeah, I did 12 years in, deployed 4 times. I've reached out to Sunny already on TikTok to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
But
so what?
Yeah.
Just medical leave, or you just I'm done, kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I kind of couldn't do it anymore. My back got all messed up, and it was just too much.
I hear. Was it Army, Marines, Air Force? Army? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Sunny and Jason, Memorial Day is here, so thank you so much for your service, So I really do appreciate defending our country for that.
Yes.
So, what did you say, Wiki? You getting benefits? Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. That's awesome. Good for you, man. So, real quick, Jason. So, I just want to know your life story, bro. You're how did you get into reselling? Were you a small child? Were you pushing bubble gum in the classroom, or were you just when you retired out of the military, did you move into reselling, or was it something that you always were doing when you were younger, and finally you were, let's do this? And you are a part-time reseller, correct?
Yes, I do it part-time.
Okay. So yeah, man, just tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so it actually does kind of have to do with me being in the Army and everything. I have a lot of anxiety and a lot of issues like that. When I got out, I was having constant panic attacks and everything. Mm-hmm. That's kind of gone away now, but I needed a hobby. Like, coming home, just sitting around at home was driving me crazy after work. So I needed a hobby. One day I just happened to see a video of somebody going to a yard sale. I can't even remember who it was. I think it was either Lonnie or Cincinnati Pickers, one of them. I saw a video of them doing this, and I was like, man, I go to yard sales constantly. That's like me and my wife's favorite hobby is to go to yard sales on Saturdays.
That's awesome.
It's like, so I watched a lot of videos, a lot of different resellers doing it, and started doing a lot of research on my own, started figuring out eBay, shipping, all that kind of stuff. And then I just started listing items. So basically my whole reason for doing it was I need something to occupy my mind.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Now, do you remember, like, what were the first items that you first, like, you saw other people doing it, so I guess the barrier of entry, did you think that you could do it? Did you think it was hard? Like, what was your thought process between all that? Because a lot of people, and I'm sure you get it too, you're like, oh, I want to do this, like on TikTok and all that stuff, and then, like, how did you actually, when the rubber meets the road, a lot of people want to make money on the side, but they never do anything about it. So what, like, for you, what actually made you do it besides the fact that you needed something to do?
So when I first started, I did what I always tell people to do, is start with items that you have in your house. Don't go out there and spend money. Just list items that you have that you no longer need. And for us, we had a lot of Thomas the Train stuff for my son. And he gave up Thomas the Train when he was 5. He wanted nothing to do with it. But we still had like an entire tote load full of trains and tracks and everything else. So I started listing all that first. Then I started venturing out. Once I started getting some sales, I started hitting yard sales and everything. I was looking at shoes. I was looking at a whole bunch of different items, honestly. And a couple of my earliest purchases turned out to be like fantastic. I bought at an auction, I bought a giant box of patches that I've talked about like 1,000 times.
Yeah,
bunch of hockey patches. I'm down to my last 7 2 years later, and they're flying off the shelves right now too. But I made a couple $1,000s just on them patches.
And what did you purchase the patches for?
I paid
for people that may not know.
$90 for the entire box.
Nice. They're just patches that would go on a jersey, or just
they're like
NHL patch.
Yeah, NHL.
Oh, okay,
like
nice.
The front. Yeah. So
Awesome,
I made a lot of money off of those, and a lot of it was trial and error. When I first started, because I've only been doing this for a couple years, I started listing stuff in March of 2020, and then the pandemic hit and shut everything down. So yard sales were like a no-go for a few months. Goodwill, I was going there for like a month, and then they shut down. So that's when I moved to online auctions and Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. And a lot of it was just trying out new items and seeing what worked.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, man, that time was, it's funny that you started like before the pandemic, because everyone usually started during the pandemic. So, yeah, that's awesome. And that's another benefit about living in Tennessee is, things were only shut down for like a little bit of time, and then they slowly, open back up, which was good. So, let's say hi to some more people in the chat here, Jason. We have Hugo and Tiffany sell quick, ship quick. How's it going, guys? Glad that you can make it. And we have Misha. Good to see you. Glad that you can make it as well. Thank you so much for joining. And Adam is saying, TikTok, I'm not dancing. Just kidding. What? I hate this stigma. This TikTok stigma. Jason.
I've
And I know
never
that,
done a dance ever.
Exactly. So people think that it's like this dancing app. And just real quick, and this is a good segue here, Jason, from you listing your first item, going on eBay, doing your reselling, seeing other people doing it, you jumped on social media, TikTok. I know you have a YouTube channel, so you don't do a lot on there, but you do Instagram and TikTok. But what made you want to make content, reselling content?
So honestly, it was because I saw one TikToker that would go to Goodwill and post videos, and I knew that Goodwill because I go there every week.
Okay.
So
who was it? Do we know?
Yeah, Broker Bid. Do you know Broker Bid?
I don't think I know him. I might not follow him or her. Okay. I'm not too sure who it is.
Yeah, it's a guy.
Okay.
It's a guy. Yeah, we've actually talked a lot. Yeah, I saw him keep going to this Goodwill, and I looked at my wife and I was like, I can do this. I know that Goodwill. I'm in there every single week. And I commented on one of his videos like, hey, are you in Clarksville? He said, yep, that's the Goodwill. And so I decided I was going to post some stuff. I think I posted my first video in July, and it was about a prison TV, and it was a really crappy video. But then I just kept at it, just kept making more and more videos.
I know that you're probably, I don't know, one of the ones that I really enjoy your content, because I always tell people whenever they make any kind of social media content is to follow the 3 E's. And I think I came up with this. It's one of those things, maybe I've read it or heard it, before. Yeah. But I tell everybody, because, they know that I'm on TikTok and on YouTube and all that. And it's like, Ray, what's your advice or whatever. I tell them, whenever you make content, follow these 3 E's. All your content either has to be educational, entertaining, or emotional. And if you could do a video that follows all those 3 E's, then you got money right there.
Yeah.
But if you, and a lot of what I like about your videos is the majority of them are very educational. Even for someone like me that's been reselling part-time for 5 years, I still find value in the content that you produce. So
I appreciate that.
I mean, it's
try.
True. Yeah,
I definitely try.
True.
I try to make my videos based on like stuff that I've messed up in the past, lessons that I've learned, or like even I like posting videos about like current screw ups that I have, just to get the word out. So hopefully it helps somebody else out. Like I don't want to just show the success. I like to show
the
things
failures.
go wrong.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Let's see here. Atlanta Pickers saying TikTok started as Musically, which was all dancing and lip syncing, but it's not like that now. I mean, it's still on there, but it's not like that as much as you think. I move, but I don't know if I call it dance. Hey, you can move a little bit, That's you can still dance.
Hey, all I do is a little 2-step.
What did your kids say? Your wife when you said, "Hey, I'm gonna do this TikTok thing," or seeing that you're being very successful on the app, when you do your coworkers know? Like, do your friends know? Like,
so yeah, my friends know. I got a few friends that they watch me on TikTok. My wife and kids honestly don't care at all.
they're like, "Oh, come on, Dad."
Yeah, quit talking about it. We don't want to hear about it. But none of my coworkers know. I work with a lot of older people. They're not on TikTok. But I have had a few people at work, like, because I still work with the Army now. And I've had soldiers come up like, hey, I seen you on TikTok.
Is this you? You get real red and you're like, oh, yeah, that's me,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's slightly embarrassing, but they're like, oh, yeah, I followed you immediately. I like it. I'm like, okay.
That's good, man. That's awesome. But I know, again, I really enjoy your content, and I feel that I don't know, for me, it's hard to make, like, the kind of videos that you make. I don't know, I feel like I don't know, it's just hard for me to do it, because I feel like I have to say, I don't know, my mind's, like, everywhere all at once. So when it comes out, it usually takes, like, really long for me to film a video that's more educational based than entertainment based, if you will, so so guys, again, if you haven't already followed Jason on all of his socials, his link tree is linked down in the description so make sure you follow him. Where we got Jason, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Correct? Am I missing any
No,
others?
that's the only 3 that I'm on, and I'm trying to be more active on Instagram, and I do want to start making YouTube videos again. But I mean, you know how it is.
It's a hustle. It's
I
tough.
can do a TikTok video edited and everything in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
to do a YouTube video, you're talking about an hour at least.
Not even at least.
Yeah.
I know something that I would recommend doing, Jason, since you already are making content on TikTok, is just repurposing all your videos and putting them on your Instagram as Instagram Reels, and then on your YouTube channel as YouTube Shorts. And
right, yeah. I've been planning on doing that.
You know, and it's really easy. I mean, you already have them downloaded on your phone. When you post a TikTok, it already saves. But if you want to remove the watermark, I can. There's a website. I can't remember the name of the website off the top of my head. So just
I know what you're talking
later,
about.
and I can look it up. It's really easy to get it removed on there. So let's see what we got here. Misha says, I don't have TikTok, but I watch them when they're on IG Reels. So there you go. See, a lot of people, you know, they don't do they don't do TikTok, but they might do something else. Well, I agree. TikTok is more Gen Z millennial thing. If it works for you, great. You do a great job. You need to do it, Adam. If you don't even do one, then you can just get on there and learn. There's a lot of learning going on there, right, Jason?
Oh, 100%. And it's not just Gen Z and millennials out there. There's Gen X out there too, and you know, a lot of my followers are like around the same age that I am.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not what you think, Adam. Trust me. You need to dip your toes in it, you know. Just, you know, check it out, you know. So we have Alice, the Vintage Land says, good evening. Good to see you, Alice. Here we go. Jason says Snaptick. That's what the website is.
Okay.
Snaptick.
Got you.
So it's a pretty nice website. So Jason, now that we got to know you a little bit about Jason, let's get deep in the weeds. We're going to do our segment on the show, of course, is Overrated, Underrated, where we ask you 10 different subjects, 5 being reselling related, 5 not being reselling related, and you'd let us know, in your opinion, if they're overrated or underrated, all right? All right. Now, before we get into that, of course, we do want to give a shout-out to our sponsor of the podcast, and that's none other than our good friends over at poppinofftoys.com. Excuse me, I'm trying to burp. One of the best places where you can purchase Funko Pops. Jason, do you sell a lot of Funko Pops in reselling?
I never find them.
You look for? You never find them?
I look for them, but I think I've found 2.
Okay. Yeah, some of them, the majority of them are probably just garbage, and they're not worth a lot of time or effort. But if you can find certain ones, even the older ones are good. So keep an eye out for those. But guys, if you want to purchase any current Funko Pops, like this nice little leprechaun from the Leprechaun movie, and if you want to save 10%, use the code Nashville Flippers, and you're going to get 10%. So, you ever seen this movie, Jason?
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's dope. So,
yeah,
what better way to show your Leprechaun fandom than to get a Funko Pop? So. That movie is so dope. Are you a big horror guy, Jason?
Oh,
I know you got that Jason horror shirt on.
Yeah, I'm big. Cool. I'm big into horror. I actually, the rug in my office here it's Chicago Bears, but it's horror themed. It's got Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, and Jason Voorhees on it.
And it's a Chicago Bears rug?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, nice. Jason, if you didn't know, Music City card collectible show, I think it's in September. It's in Franklin. The guy that played the original Jason in the movies is going to be there signing autographs.
Oh, really?
So if you have any Jason memorabilia that you want to get signed,
okay,
that's a good place to go. And last year I got my Ric Flair signed there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
We have Crispy Toys and Treasures is jumping on. Good to see you. Good to see you, Chris. We had Chris on last week, so if you did not catch that, make sure to catch that. So we have Marie. Good to see you, Marie. Glad that you can make it. And we have Dustin, aka Bold North Flips,
Hey,
we all
what's
know
up?
Bold North Flips. Good to see you. So, Jason, let's get into it. Overrated, underrated, number 1, reselling clothing.
Man,
That's
you're hitting
tough,
me right off the bat.
Right on the button, baby. Let's go.
2 months ago, I would have said overrated. I don't
Okay.
say that anymore.
Interesting. How come?
Well, I got this huge deal on these Harley shirts, and those things have been flying out of my store like crazy for the past 2 months. And I still have more to list, and yeah, I'm kind of getting into clothes now. Like, not just that brand. I've been looking up other brands. Kind of liking it.
What about it do you like?
So it's honestly easy to list. Doesn't take very long at all. You don't have to test it like it's an electronic or anything like that. Once you start to learn the brands to look for, it's pretty simple to look them up, put down the sizes, take your photos, done.
Easy to ship.
Very
to
easy
pack.
to ship. A lot of them
Yeah.
go first class shipping, so that makes it really easy. Just put them in a poly mailer, send them out the door.
Yeah. For me, I don't get excited about selling clothing. So it just kind of sits there, you
Yeah.
know? So that's the issue that I have. But tell us about your Harley haul. Like, how many shirts? What'd you pay for them? All that good stuff.
So I'm actually doing them on commission for a family friend.
Okay.
Her husband passed away. All he wore was Harley stuff, and he just had totes and totes full of Harley shirts he had bought. Some brand new with tags that they'd never been worn or anything. She wanted to get rid of them, didn't know how. I said, listen, I'll list them. We'll split the profit 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me all the totes, and I've been selling them ever since.
So you're talking about totes.
Oh.
Do you know how many
So when
how
I'm
many
talking
shirts
totes,
total?
I'm
Gosh.
talking
all
totes,
Harley shirts.
all Harley packed to the brim. I don't know a total number. Yeah, I don't know the total number off my head. I've listed at least 200 right now.
Wow. And then you have maybe 1,000, 500 left. How many totes?
No, I've pretty much listed all of them except for 1.5 I got left to go through.
Okay. Nice. Man, that's awesome. I mean, that's all profit for you. You just got to put in the work, right?
Yeah. I take the
that's
pictures, I ship it out, and then me and her split whatever the profit is after fees and everything.
That's amazing. That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Let me know, guys, in the chat. Have you ever done any kind of consignment with a friend or family member? I know a lot of people, they ask me to sell their stuff, but I had an incident when I first started where I sold a friend's things, and he's always like, hey, man, did you get the money? How are we with this? And I'm just like, dude, it sells when it sells. I can't,
Yeah.
I can't be, I can't.
I could see
don't
that
know
being
when it's gonna
annoying.
sell.
This lady has never once asked a question. I just walk in every week and I hand her whatever the amount of money I owe her. I say, this is what we made this week. And she's always like, I love you. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. That sounds like a great relationship.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So, yeah. Marie is saying, I was tearing down my yard sale last week. Sorry I missed y'all. Marie, it is perfectly fine. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have Palmetto Variety says, hi, y'all. Found the podcast recently. Great for my hour commute to work. Glad to finally catch it live. Thank you so much for coming on. Again, guys, if you're not able to watch us live on YouTube each and every Sunday night, 8:30 Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, listen to the podcast. We upload a new episode each Wednesday, and you can listen to it everywhere you listen to podcasts. So pretty neat. Sell quick, ship quick says, need to head out, but thank you so much for sharing. Happy Sunday. Hope that you guys have some great sales. Thank you so much for that. And Marie just dropped down your YouTube link.
Oh.
So if you guys want to check that out, check out
appreciate
Jason's
it.
YouTube. Adam says, I rarely find Harley in the wild. I wish I did. Great brand to resell.
It is.
What was the so far, Jason, what has been the most expensive Harley shirt that you have sold?
I sold one for $65 free shipping. It was a single stitch from like 1992.
Okay.
That was the most expensive one I've had so far. A lot of those A lot of the new ones, new with tags though, like he had all sorts, just not just T-shirts, but he had like dress shirts and stuff like that.
Nice.
All
like
Harley branded
and things like that.
Yeah,
That's
a lot
cool.
of those are going for like $40-$50 plus shipping.
That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, 60 was the subject matter really nice on the one that you sold.
Yeah, they're in fantastic
Single
condition.
stitch.
All of them are in fantastic condition.
That's awesome. Alice in Wonderland, Alice in Vintage Land. That's actually a pretty cool name. I did a consignment once, but she got tired of waiting.
Yeah.
So I bought her out. That's usually the case for a lot of these consignments. So Jason, you hit the jackpot on that.
Yeah.
Most of the clothing I've sold has been Harley. Don't sell it much. Dustin says.
Yeah.
So if I can find Harley every time I go out, Jason, oof, that would be awesome.
Oh, it would be. It would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Marie says, I sell my daughter's stuff at 50% because I do all... Yeah, exactly. Yes, I've heard a lot of the stories about consignment. Sometimes it works well, though. Exactly. Yeah.
This is
like
working
Jason's killing it.
fantastic. Like, she has never once asked about anything. I've handed her over $900 so far. Never once a complaint. Never, when are you going to get rid of the rest of it?
This is a good... Adam says he's found Harley jeans once in the Goodwill. It was surprisingly they were hard to sell. I guess Harley riders don't wear those jeans. That's interesting.
I've never
Maybe
seen
they're just
Harley
rocking
jeans.
Levi's. Yeah, me neither. That's interesting. Maybe it was an odd size.
Yeah.
Could be it. All right, next one up, overrated, underrated. Jason, number 2, paying for the person behind you at the drive-thru. You know how they do the little, like, you pull up to the Starbucks or the Burger King and they say, hey, the person in front of you just paid. Would you like to pay for the person behind you?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Overrated or underrated?
I'll say underrated. That's definitely a good thing to do. I will also say I've personally never done it or had anybody do it for me. But if somebody did, I think I would pay for the person behind me like you're supposed to and try to keep the chain going.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to confess here, Jason. I had an incident today. Okay. So we got out of church today, and my wife wanted a cup of coffee at Starbucks in East Nashville, and this new Starbucks here, it's stupid. The line is stupid long, right? So the lady in front of me, or the girl says, "Hey, the lady in front of you just paid. Would you like to pay for the person?" And mind you, my wife only purchased a latte. And I looked at her and I'm like, how much was it? And she's like, $33. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, but I can't do it.
Yeah,
she's
no,
like,
okay.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I would get it if it's like equal or lesser value. But if you're only getting one thing and they're trying to feed a van full of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let me know, guys, am I in the wrong here, or is it just, I think that I did the right thing, but
I think you did.
I don't know. Yeah, because that was tough. Let's see here. Here we go. They were good size, Marie. I was surprised. Would love to find... Oh, okay, the shirts. Dustin saying, I've had someone do it before me twice, and I paid for it. Okay. I pay for the stuff in the grocery store for people in front of me. If they're short, does that count?
I've done that.
It counts. Have you seen those videos? You probably have.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Where they pay for the people's groceries, or a lot of it's... I saw a video the other day to where a gentleman asked if they would buy their bag of chips or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, a lot of people say no. So once in a while, someone's like, "Yeah, man, I'll buy your bag of chips," and then they end up giving them like $1,000.
Yeah,
it's one of those like, what would you do situations.
Right. Yeah, I've seen those videos.
Yeah, they're pretty good, man. Adam says that's like 4 drinks, right? I don't know what they were purchasing. $33 is crazy,
man.
Alice, the Vintage Land says, why would they ask if you want to pay for the person behind you? I don't like that. I used to do it once a month, but the money's too tough. Yeah, it's tough.
It's kind of putting you on the spot for them to ask you that.
Yeah, man, I was a little. Give them the amount that you would have paid. Oh, that's a good. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Give them the amount that you would have paid and then let them pay the rest. Huh. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea either.
That's not a bad idea. I should have done that. Maybe next time. So, number 3, Jason, overrated, underrated estate sales.
Ooh. I'm going to say, because of where I'm at and how it works, definitely overrated.
Okay. Let us know why. What about them where you are overrated?
Oh, 100% overpriced. Now, if you find the rare estate sale ran by the family, you're going to get great deals. But the companies around here, and I can tell you, I'm not going to name their names, but I have a list in my phone of 5 different companies here in Nashville that I will not go to one of their sales because they price at eBay or above eBay.
Interesting. I know we stumbled across an estate sale. Well, was it last week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, last week. Was that one of the companies that was doing the estate sale?
No, I had never heard of that company.
Okay. Because I feel like some of them, I think some of the stuff there was reasonably priced. Now that
it wasn't bad at all. And in fact, I went to one right after that. That's where I bought the VHSs.
Yes.
After you took off, the last place we went,
man.
I think it was in Goodlettsville. That was our last stop on the way back to Clarksville. And that's where I got the VHS tapes. But everything else there was way overpriced.
Okay. All right. So sidebar. We're getting a little bit off track, but I like this where this is going here, Jason. Tell us about your VHS haul. I know a lot of people right now they're cringing. They're saying VHS, Jason, no, don't. What are you doing buying Disney VHS? Tell us the story, Jason.
Okay, so they had it marked at $5 a piece on the bin, and the bin was completely full. My wife is the one that started digging in it, and she called me over. I started laughing right away, thinking I'm not wanting anything in this bin. The guy running this thing was like, make me an offer on the whole bin, you can have it. I said, that's not going to happen, and he walked away, and I was laughing. The first movie I picked out of there was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers sealed movie. That goes for around $50 to $75. I saw that, and I was like, I'm going to offer him $10 for this whole thing. And then I can dig through the rest at home and see if there's anything else valuable in there. Went and offered him 15. He said, come on, man, give me at least... Or I offered him 10. He said, give me at least 15. So yeah, no problem. So I gave him the 15. And then, like I said, I found 2 sealed copies of with Free Willy 2, which the movie itself isn't worth a lot.
The necklace, right?
The necklace is worth $50 to $70.
That's
crazy. I got those listed. Yeah, it was kind of insane. Goofy movies in there. I had 2 sealed copies of those. One's going to my friend.
Movie.
Yeah, I was
one
going.
Of my favorites.
Giving one to my friend Broker Bid that I was talking about earlier. He reached out and he wants a copy, and the other one I got listed for like $20. Not a huge seller, but still $20 movie.
Exactly, $20 Disney movie. That. So, have you sold any of the movies in that lot?
Not yet. I got a lot of watchers on the Power Rangers and on the Free Willy movies, but they haven't sold yet. I've only had them listed for about 5 days. I probably start sending offers tomorrow.
Okay. And that I think would be an exception. If you see that many sealed movies, VHS tapes, because those are starting to be collectible. You know, sealed video games, VHS tapes, cassette tapes, all that's starting to be super collectible. So I would have taken that gamble. But for the people that are listening to this at home, they stumble upon a garage sale with the infamous Black Diamond Disney VHS, I would certainly not pick that up. I know that I made that mistake early on. Beanie Babies, we all go through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go through making those mistakes. So, let us know, Jason, and the people in the chat, one mistake that you made early on that you completely learned from, and you wish, well, I wouldn't say you wish you didn't make it because you learned from the mistake, but that's something that, what's something that you did that you're like, oh man, I wish I would have listened to. You look back and you're like, man, I was a moron for picking that up or thinking that it would sell for this much.
Oh, I can tell you mine right away. It was doing free shipping and doing, I didn't really understand the different type of priority mail shippings. I sold some Lincoln Logs, and somebody in Puerto Rico bought them, and I pretty much lost money immediately. That's why I don't do free shipping on heavy items anymore.
I don't. Yeah, I hardly do free shipping on any items. I always do calculated shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just easier. It's easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Let us know, guys, in the chat. What was your learning experience when you first started reselling? Adam Exploit says, I need to look more often for estate sales. I see them when I'm looking for yard sales. I usually just go to the first day, although I know that you get deals on the last day. I know that when we went to that one, everything was half price.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have known that the first time I went through, thinking, I picked two things up knowing that I would pay that price. But looking back, if I knew everything was half price, I think I would have looked for things a little harder.
And I don't know anything about tools, but that entire basement and garage was filled with tools.
Yeah.
But like I said,
old tools too.
Yeah. Estate sales, I think they're overrated, at least where I live, just because, like I said, these companies, they price over eBay prices knowing nobody's going to buy it and they're going to have to go 50% off, and it still doesn't leave enough margin for me to buy anything at them.
Yeah. Justin has a great, he says, we can sometimes get entire rooms for $5 on the last day. That's amazing.
I wish I could do that.
I know, right? But then Marie says, but when we buy the whole room, we have to take it all, the good and the bad. Yes.
Yes, I've done that before.
Yeah. So Adam's saying that shipping is the most difficult thing to learn when first. Yeah, shipping can be. That's probably the most intimidating thing from a person starting off is shipping.
Oh, 100%. That's what I struggled with, and that's why, I constantly talk about it in my TikToks is shipping. I redo videos talking about certain shipping things because it's just such a pain to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you don't have the right materials, right? You don't know how to ship things or what you need to ship things, and you spend 40 minutes trying to ship out a DVD because you don't have the right things. That could suck. So, all right, Jason, number 4, Sonic Drive-In.
Oh, overrated. I
overrated.
Don't eat there.
Let us know why. What do you not? Are you not a big Route 44 guys? Cherry Limeade, Blizzard, not Blizzard. What do they got there? Those little concrete mixers or whatever they got there.
Oh yeah. No, it's not my thing. I've ate there a few times, and I don't care for their food at all.
You just don't like it.
Nope.
What's your go-to place that you like to go eat?
Like we're talking fast food?
Sure. Or what's your if it's I come to meet you, Jason, it's your birthday. Where do you want to go eat besides, a steakhouse or whatever,
I would probably say Cheddar's. I love Cheddar's. I love Chili's. Okay. And then for fast food, probably Arby's.
Arby's.
Yeah.
Have you tried their new Angus burger that supposedly they have?
I haven't had it yet.
I haven't had it either. I wonder if it's any good. Let us know, guys, in the chat. Adam says he's not a fan of Sonic either. Drinks are okay. Yeah, drinks are expensive, too. They get a little pricey. Atlanta Picker says, I love the cherry Cokes from Sonic. The food is not so great. Just like anything, it used to be way better. I remember being a kid, and it would be a pretty good treat to go to Sonic, but it's not like that anymore. Maybe we don't have a Sonic local to us. That's interesting, because usually I feel like those are more like smaller town fast food places or Sonics.
Maybe that's one of my big problems is, if I'm going out to eat, I'm only ordering a Diet Coke or a Diet Pepsi. I don't get into the fancy drinks, so maybe that's another reason I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Adam says, I shouldn't eat fast food, but McDonald's just did raise the prices of their large drinks. They've been threatening a price increase for a while. What are you going to do? It is what it is. So they're not $1? Weren't they $1?
Yeah, they've been $1 for years.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Adam. You can pay $1.09.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. All right, next one up. Speaking of shipping, eBay Global Shipping Program. Overrated or underrated?
Oh, underrated. I love it.
Especially for us, right?
Yeah.
Since it's so close.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't cost me anything to ship it there.
Yeah. To Ellinger, I know I'm saying this incorrect.
Yeah, it's like
Erlanger, Kentucky.
Yep.
Something like that. So, yeah. Have you ever had any issues with the global shipping program once the item was delivered to its final destination?
Not one time. I had a buyer reach out once saying, hey, they said it was delivered and it wasn't. I went through the process of, it went through DHL. I looked the tracking up on DHL and I messaged the dude like, hey, it's sitting at your post office. They're going to deliver it tomorrow. That's the only time I've ever had a complaint. And I get a lot of positive feedback from Global Shipping Program.
Yeah, I love it. A lot of the times people pay more to ship the item in the Global Shipping Program than to actually the what the item is worth. So
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. All right, next one up. I think I might already know the answer to this, but I could be wrong. Seltzer Beer, Jason. Trulies, White Claws, all that.
No, overrated. 100%.
Overrated. Are you not a big Seltzer Beer? You know, I can see Jason with the little cucumbers on his eyelids, sitting out by the sun, drinking a nice White Claw, mango White Claw. No?
No, I've tried them. I tried the Trulies and stuff. That's a heartburn waiting to happen.
Yeah, I don't like them either.
No, I'll just stick with regular beer.
What do you drink? What's your go-to beer of choice?
Coors Light is my favorite.
Coors Light.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I know it's a simple beer and everything, but I love it.
Coors Light. I just had I like to collect hats, right?
Yeah.
So the hat company that I usually purchases my hats, they did a whole collection of teams, and each hat was inspired by a certain beer.
Oh, really?
And one of them that I bought was a Coors Light one. It was a Colorado Rockies.
Oh, okay.
So it was like fit perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then I bought Cardinals, and it was Busch Light.
Yep.
And because in the side patch had Busch Stadium because they played in Busch Stadium.
Yeah.
So, Atlanta Pickers says the GSP is way underrated. Back in the day, having to do custom forms and everything is trying to figure out the shipping costs was a huge pain. I started only shipping domestically. That's one of the issues that I had too, Jason, is that when I first started, I did not sell international whatsoever.
No.
I didn't want to fool with it. And I had a friend say, hey, man, you need to try the Global Shipping Program. And I'm like, what's that? Because in the beginning when you start, that's not even an option.
Right. No,
it's you have to, I guess once they see that you're a legitimate seller and you're not going to scam people and all that good stuff, then they open that up to a person to use GSP. Because I remember first using it, it wasn't an option. He's like, yeah, you ship it to Kentucky and then you don't have to worry about anything else. And I'm like, word. Let's do it. And I can't remember what the first thing that I shipped was, and from then it's been amazing.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a staple. I have it turned on for everything except for like highly breakable items and super heavy items. But for everything else, it's on.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot Adam was in the beverage business, and he says, "I was in the business for 40 years. Everyone has way too many seltzers now." It's the hot thing,
Yeah, it really is.
Are you just Coors Light, Jason? We're not drinking IPAs. We're not drinking a good Yingling.
No, I do. I like
or anything like that.
I like Yingling. I like Shinerbach. Blue Moon's delicious.
A little Bud Heavy. Some Bud Heavies.
No, that's not for me. I don't drink anything Bud.
Okay. No. What about Coors the Banquet beer? The little stubby. No, don't like it?
No, I can't stand the taste of that.
Okay, nice. Okay.
No, I'll leave that to Johnny.
Johnny?
Yeah,
well, next time I'll see you,
Kai.
I'll buy her. Yeah. Great show.
Oh, love it.
Next time I'll see you, I'll buy you a Coors Light. That's a cheap beer. No IPAs for me. See, I like them. I drink the fire of some IPAs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. The bigger, the more the I can't remember what it's called. The more the hops, the better. Marie says, I prefer ciders. Bit right now, I have a vodka and V8 berry blind. Let's go. I like that. So, all right, let's move on. Overrated, underrated. Reselling part-time, Jason.
Oh, way underrated.
Okay.
There's no excuse not to do it.
Yeah? Okay. What is, for a part-time reseller like myself, having to know the time, what to do, everything can be a little, a little crazy here and there. So what is your regular job, reselling job? Like, how does that family life, like, how do you juggle all those basketballs, if you will,
Yeah, it's a balance for sure. So I work like 7:30 to 4 every day. That means my orders, I pack them up the night before, right before I go to bed, because I got to make it to the post office before they close. So I try to go on my lunch break to the post office. I used to go thrifting every day after work. I'd get off work and I'd go to Goodwills and stuff like that. I don't do that anymore. I go home, relax, eat dinner with the family and everything, watch some TV, and then I go upstairs. I start listing for like an hour, 2 hours. I try to list 5 items a day, and then more relaxed time, get up and do the whole thing again. Saturdays are completely dedicated to finding inventory, and Sundays are completely dedicated to cleaning inventory and listing and getting everything ready to list for the rest of the week.
Okay, that's good. Man, that's awesome. What about Fridays? You doing anything on Fridays?
Friday night is my night off. I don't do anything. I work Friday during the day, but Friday nights I relax. I don't.
What do you do on a Friday night? Watch Cobra Kai?
Oh yeah, usually I'll hit the VFW after work with some friends, and then come home, and my kids and me will watch like the latest Star Wars episodes or the latest Marvel episodes or anything like that.
That's fun. I haven't watched the Kenobis yet, so don't spoil it for me.
I won't say anything. I've only watched the first episode.
Okay. People in the chat, don't spoil it for me here. So it sounds like you got it going on, Jason. Sounds like your family's on board with all the reselling stuff.
Yeah, they are for sure. But it's you got to find that rhythm. That's the main thing. Is find a rhythm that works for you.
Yeah. And where between all this, how do you find time filming TikToks? Do you have an idea and you're like, oh, I can do this? Or is it like, oh, I need to film a video about this? Like, how does that...
Yeah, so I try to usually do a packing video Sunday night when I'm packing up my orders, getting ready to go out. Other than that, if I get an idea, I'll just take a break at work, or if I'm at home, or if I come up with an idea at work, I'll wait till I get home, grab the phone, start recording. If I'm coming up with stuff like shipping tips or lessons learned, like I did a series about that, I had all those planned out for days and just took the time to film them when I got time throughout the day.
Okay, nice. Okay. Adam is saying Yingling was $5 a case back in the day. The original brewery is near me. Then they went upscale. I feel like that always happens.
Yeah.
Alice in Vintage Land, she just changed her little logo here, her little avatar. Says, I'm part-time, but it feels like full-time, but my husband does it with me, so I don't feel very disjointed. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure you said your wife likes to go to these garage sales with you.
Yeah.
What about everything else? Is she helping listing? She just does all the fun stuff, right?
Yeah. She loves to source, but everything else is on me.
How good of a picker is she?
Oh, fantastic.
Really?
Like I said, she found those movies, not me.
That's awesome.
But good. Yeah, she does really good. She actually finds a lot of stuff, and I told you in Nashville, she's my good luck charm.
Yeah.
There's some days I won't find a thing because she's not with me. The day she goes with me, I'm finding like $500,000 worth of inventory.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, my wife doesn't like going. It gets too hot. It's a whole thing. So.
Yeah. Well, we've been doing this since, like I said, we lived in Hawaii. We were stationed in Hawaii. I would say 14 years now we've been going to yard sales before I even thought about reselling or even knew what it was.
Oh. So you were just buying things for your personal use?
Yeah.
Collectibles, things like that? Or
yeah, even if we didn't get anything, it was just our hobby. We'd go out Saturday with the kids and we'd hit yard sales all morning.
That's awesome. What island were you stationed in when you lived in Hawaii?
Oahu. It's not the main island, but it's where Honolulu is and everything.
Okay, nice. How you said you were there for 10 years?
No, I was there for 8. My wife was there for 6.
Wow, man! I bet was it nice?
Yeah, it was lovely, but you get tired of being so far from the mainland, and it's not cheap to fly home.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, it's not cheap to live there. I heard everything is super expensive.
No, it's not cheap to live there at all.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Alice saying had to change my avatar to be consistent with all. There you go. There you go. That helps. Marie's got a great point. Two minds are better than one sometimes. Justin and I look for different things, and we both miss stuff, so it's nice. Yeah, that's having another set of eyes certainly helps for sure.
Yeah.
Again, guys, if you haven't already followed Jason, his link tree is listed down below. Make sure to follow him on all of his socials. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Number 8. I think you're a big football fan. I know that you're a big Bears fan. Patrick Mahomes, is he overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
Overrated. You just don't like little old Pat.
No, I loved him at the beginning, but he's definitely lost his touch. I think winning that Super Bowl went to his head, and he definitely slacked off. Like last year, that was not the same Patrick Mahomes at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's tough, right? You get that superstar status, and your whole life changed. So, yeah.
And it's not just that, but and I know it's not his fault, but a lot of his people around him are bringing drama to the spotlight, causing him problems.
Is he married to that girl?
I think they're married now, yeah.
Oh.
I think they're married now. Plus, his brother has caused a lot of issues, too.
Yeah, he needs to get a PR guy or something. Yeah, definitely. And he shouldn't have married, well, I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know her, but from the things that I've seen, man, it's not pretty.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Alice is saying, I found Jason on TikTok. I enjoyed his videos. See? They're coming over
Alice.
just to see you. That's
awesome.
awesome.
I know Alice. I follow her back.
Cool. Atlanta Picker says, I'm a little biased since I went to Texas Tech, so I don't like this conversation. So,
hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I had a difficult year last year. I don't know if you had any... Oh, he's a big Philadelphia. Hey, you just took our star wide receiver, so... Are you a Titans fan, or are you just Bears?
Oh no, I'm a huge Titans fan. You got to be. Okay. You live here.
Exactly. Justin saying we also tend to look for different things, but knowing what each other likes is definitely helpful. Yes, for sure. So what? This is a great question, and it just popped in my head here, Jason. What is the items that you like to find in your garage sale? Or we're looking like collectibles, glass, clearly not clothing. Well, not yet, but the things that you're like, oh man, consumer electronics, toys.
I like to find electronics and toys. Those are my two big things that I look for all the time. I'm looking for like VCRs, DVD VCR combos, and I find them a lot. But also toys like Imagine Next Toys, they're doing really good right now. Yeah. And you can usually find them at a yard sale dirt cheap. Mm-hmm. Legos I look for a lot. There's a lot of stuff I don't know that my wife does that she finds. Like, I'd never heard of the brand Waterford Crystal until she grabbed me at an estate sale because she found a pack of steak knives, Waterford Crystal handles on them, and they only wanted $10. And she was like, you have to buy this. If you don't know this brand, you're going to learn it today. I bought them and sold them for over $100. So she knew what she was talking about.
That's awesome. You're going to learn today. I've never heard of the brand. So you're teaching me Waterford Crystal. Okay.
Yes. They make ornaments and they make everything they make is crystal. But a lot of ornaments, candlestick holders, goblets, all sorts of stuff.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to have to look that up for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next one up, overrated, underrated, number 9, retail arbitrage, Jason.
I'm going to say underrated.
Okay. Tell us why.
Okay, so I see a lot of people doing really well at it. I don't know anything about it, so it's definitely a category I need to learn. And there's a lot of people on TikTok and YouTube that I watch that they do, like I said, very well with retail arbitrage. But it's just not my niche, something I need to learn about. So I always got it in the back of my mind. When I go to Walmart and stuff, I'm looking for stuff on discount to see if I can buy a whole bunch of it. I know you do a lot of it. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of your videos. So something I want to get into, just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, it is tricky. I know when I look for things that are on retail arbitrage in my area, I think sometimes your Walmart pops up, and I'm like, man, I wish I was close to be able to pick that up. But the inventory is so squirrely at Walmart. There's been countless number of times where I would go and it says here you're supposed to have 7, but there's none on the shelf, so I don't know what's going on there. So usually they're hidden somewhere throughout the store. Because what happens is those clearance items, if they've sit for a long time, the computer marks them down like the longer that they sit. So a lot of the times what people will do is they'll hide the item throughout the store, come back like a month later, and it's like $1. You know? So
yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, but a lot of the people that I know that sell on Amazon, that's exclusively what they do. And right now, this time of year, this is like the big liquidation to get ready for Christmas on retail arbitrage. So, yeah.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something I want to get into. Just haven't. I've tried before. I know there's a website. I can't remember the name of it. It's been that long. But you can find the hidden discount. Brickseek. Yeah. I tried. I went in. There was like 3 items I was looking for. And the guy in the electronics store was like, nope, we don't have any.
Yeah.
Like, it says you do, but.
You got to be able to. Like if you have like a group that maybe like a Discord or a Facebook group where they give you the UPC codes, so it's not technically presented on the website that it's already gone like this, because the website will tell you the newest things that are on clearance. So, but if you have that UPC code, you can type it in and then it'll come up, and usually it's on clearance.
Okay.
And but I don't know. It's like I said, it's hit or miss for sure. But
yeah.
You got to know what you're doing. Retail arbitrage is not as fun as... yes, that is very true.
Yeah, I agree with that too, 100%.
Yeah, that is very true. All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, I'd rather go to a yard sale or an auction than walk into Walmart to get my stuff, but that's just me.
It's true.
I mean, money's money, but still.
That's very true. That's very true. So next one up and last one up here, Jason, the summertime. Summer. Overrated or underrated?
Ooh.
Are you a big summer guy? 4th of July, you got your nice little white sneakers on over there by the grill, cooking it up.
So I am going to say overrated for sure.
You don't like the summertime.
So here's why. And it's only because of this one reason. I don't like the heat at all. I like to be cold. That's my big thing. These summers down here in Tennessee are killing me with the humidity and everything. And I mean,
How long have you lived here?
I've been here 9 years, and I'm still not used to it. But I prefer like 50 to 60 degree weather. That's my shorts and t-shirt weather right there.
Yeah, that's cold. Yeah, man, this humidity is something else. You'll never get used to it, dude. We used to, I played ball all my life, so
yeah.
Doing 3-a-days in this heat until, I graduated high school in 2005, and I think it was like that year or the year before. I think it might have been the same year that guy from the Vikings passed away during practice.
Oh yeah,
because of the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And so since then they've changed the time of day, but we're still practicing 3 times a day in the summertime.
Yeah,
but I can see why. Yeah, it gets hot. We went to the pool today, Dustin and I, and the water was freezing. So but it was hot out, but it was still freezing. So,
well, yeah, we had a cold front, so it's going to take a while to warm that back up.
Exactly. Yeah. What's up, Greg? Craig, good to see you. Landshark Picker, good to see you. Glad that you can jump on. Let's see here. All right, so thank you for answering the overrated, underrated segment of the show, Jason. That was fun, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Get a little interesting there. So Dustin isn't here, so we don't have Dustin's tip of the week. So, but we are going to get into our next segment. This is my favorite segment, and this is skip or flip.
Yeah, this is the one I've been most worried about.
Oh man, here we go. But before we get into that, we do want to give out a shout out to a new sponsor of the show, Jason. This is interesting. They just contacted us this week. This is a website and an app. They're an app. It's called Litopia.com, or the app is called Litopia. What it is that you can buy liquidated goods at a discounted price. They do sell pallets and they do sell boxes, but the good thing about this is that they're not all their, and they sell individual products at a deep discount that you would find them at Amazon. All right.
Oh, okay.
So they gave us $500 worth of money to be able to order off of this website, Dustin and I. So we just ordered our products, and they should be delivered here in the next week. So we're going to see actually what's going on this website, see if it's what I've read, it's worth recommending. Good place to source if you're at home. The big pallets, they're out of California, so I think it's pickup only. But they do have boxes that you can order. They do have these mystery boxes, and they're actually guaranteed that nothing will be broken or damaged in any kind of way. So we did order one of these boxes. So we're going to see if they're actually telling the truth or not. So
yeah,
stay tuned for that. So we did order our $500 worth of stuff. They said if everything goes well, they'll give us $1,000 worth of stuff every other week.
Ooh.
So we'll see how that goes. And they said they're going to give us a couple boxes. But, that's all hearsay, she says, right?
Yeah.
So when the rubber hits the road, we'll go into that. We'll go there next. So let's see here. Here we got Paul. What's up, Paul? Good to see you. Let's see here. I'm very hot out, but also freezing. Okay. What is that, like one of those jokes or riddles? An enigma? It's not Dustin's tip of the week. It's Dustin's tip of the... Yeah, Dustin's having some internet issues, so we won't get to say hi to Dustin today. But yeah. We have Kristen, the Rural Squirrel, says, sorry I'm late. I was baking cookies. Ooh. Are you a big cookie pastry kind of guy, Jason?
Yeah, I definitely got a sweet tooth for sure.
Yeah. My wife has been buying these almond butter Reese's cups. Instead of peanut butter, they're almond butter.
Yeah.
They're surprisingly outstanding. Just like everything else, don't eat everything in moderation. So.
I'm gonna have to check them out. I haven't even seen
man,
those.
you get them at she got them at Trader Joe's. Do you have a Trader Joe's close by?
I don't think we do. I think the closest one is in Nashville.
Okay. All right. So let's get into it.
All right.
You ready for skip or flip? And everybody in the comments, let us know. Will you skip or flip these items we're about to show you? Again, we're only going to show Jason the pictures of the items listed on eBay. Each item that we show him has been sold. So let's get into the first one, Jason. Let us know. And everybody in the comments, let us know. Jason, so here we have here. Death Jam Fight for New York for the PlayStation 2. The cases looks pretty good. There's the back of the case. It looks complete.
Yeah.
There's the disc. And they even took a picture of it working, which is a great touch. I love that.
Yeah.
So, are you a big video game fan, Jason? Is that
something
that you look for when you're out and about on the yard sale trail?
Yeah, absolutely. I love video games. I know this game. I'm familiar with it from, back in the day and actually playing it.
Yeah.
I've never found it in the wild or anything like that, but I'm going to say flip it.
You're going to flip it?
Yeah.
All right. What would you feel comfortable paying for this video game, Jason?
I'd feel good paying like maybe $5 to $10.
$5 to $10? Okay,
yeah.
Okay. If you don't know, guys, this is actually a wrestling/fighting game that they did back in the day, and it features your favorite hip hop rappers, and just in a movie or in a video game. So people like Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, Ludacris. I know that I think Paul is a big Ludacris fan, and Joe Budden, he's in there too. Snoop Dogg. So you're flipping.
Yeah.
So how much do you think this is selling for, Jason?
Hopefully 50.
50? Okay. Marie is saying flip. Alan's saying flip. Lana Picker's saying flip. DJ Fight, it would be a pass for me. Okay. Philly or Paul saying easy flip. So let us know, Alan. Good to see you. I just saw that you jumped on. Thank you so much for coming on, sir. So, Jason, you're paying $10 for this. Hopefully you're making $50. Let's see how much it sold for. Death Jam 5 for New York for the PlayStation 2 sold for $300 on eBay. Did they have the...
And that's a used copy.
This is a used copy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, that's crazy.
Yes, sir. They have some listed here for disc only for $139.
Ooh, man.
If you find the case in the manual also, I would highly recommend picking that up also. So this game is one of the, if you find it on Xbox, if you find it on GameCube, PlayStation, it's fantastic. So disc only, very clean. So
definitely going to be keeping my eye out for it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They also made a sequel. It's called Death Jam Vendetta.
Yeah, I remember it.
Not as much as this one, but still worth some pretty good cheddar.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for that. So far you're 1 for 1 here.
Okay, got the first one out of the way.
There you go. Adam is saying Snoop's making some bank with Corona. Snoop's making bank on everything. That boy's got his hands in everything. Method Man and Redman, and also Little Kim. Okay, nice.
I remember Method Man and Redman being there.
Yeah. Alice saying, haha, I don't know anything about games. Hey, you might want to look into games. So,
yeah,
pretty cool. All right, next one up, Jason. Let's see here. This is also, I got some good ones for you here, Jason. Just a little bit of everything here. All right, let me know if you would skip or flip this item. Again, guys, people in the chat, let me know what you would do. We have here, speaking of cookies, I don't know if this is legitimately a cookie jar.
Right.
But it's a ceramic container. It's got a peach on it in a circle, and it says create. Let us know. Are you flipping or skipping? It says Ray Done by Magenta on the bottom.
Flip it.
Okay. And then this is what it says inside. This is what it looks like inside. You saw that Ray Dunn. You said flip. How come?
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that name all the time. I've never found any Ray Dunn, but I've heard like some insane stories about him. So I'm gonna go with flip.
Okay. What kind of insane stories have you heard?
Well, I can't remember the name of the store. There's a store that I know. As soon as they put out new Ray Dunn stuff, the customers go insane, like almost fighting just to get a hold of it.
Interesting. Okay. There's a little foot in this picture right here in the lower bottom. I don't know if that makes...
that might drop the value a little bit.
Exactly. The algorithm might not have picked it up. So Alice is saying flip. Marie is saying flip. If I get it for $1, what would you feel comfortable spending?
Now, I don't know how much they sell for. I do know they sell well, but I would say $5 maximum is what I would pay without looking any of it up.
Okay, nice. Paul is saying, I hate Ray Dunn. Okay, I don't know. Let us know why, Paul. That's interesting. Probably flip. Marie's saying TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx was at the store?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, nice. Atlanta Pickers is saying pass on the magenta or done. Okay. Feet never drop the value. Ooh, okay, good point. Good point. So, let's see here. If it's an original Ray Dunn, not overproduced, then flip. Okay.
All
so,
right.
I didn't know there was a difference between original Ray Dunn and overproduced Ray Dunn.
That's I didn't either, so good to know.
That's interesting. I might need to do some more research on that. So, Jason, are you still flipping? I know there's people, this is probably 50-50 in the chat right now.
Yeah, it really is. I'm going to stick with my answer. I'm going to go with flip.
Okay. And how much do you think this is going to sell for?
Maybe 30.
30? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're buying it for 5, you're flipping it for 30.
Yeah. That's not a bad deal in my mind.
All right. And Atlanta's saying he's passing on this because he's thinking it's one of the things that is overproduced. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's see here. This Ray Dunn container. Hold on. Here we go. Paul's saying overproduced Ray Dunn plus feet equals skip. All right. So this Ray Dunn container just sold on eBay for $717, and it had
Man.
37 bids on it.
That's insane.
So this is a vintage Ray Dunn canister. And when I was looking this stuff up, Jason, I did notice that a lot of the items that don't necessarily have the Ray Dunn font that we all know,
yeah,
sell for more. So I'm thinking like this little chirp mug here. This is listed for $89.
Oh, okay.
And this is something that, you don't normally find that doesn't have that, that weird, what would you call it?
Yeah, like right there, the tea and coffee ones.
Yeah, the font.
Yeah.
So I did notice that stuff like that is more expensive and it sells better. So if you see Ray Dunn, that's not necessarily typically what you see.
Grab it up.
Grab it up. Let's see here. Fake bids, mafia money. Oh, okay. Let's see who. Oh, I gotta log in. Let's go back. So there's actually a couple of these actually sold. So I don't think it's
a fake one.
I think it's fake. But there was several items that were like this. So there is some Ray Dunn that's valuable. Oh my gosh. So there is some Ray Dunn that's valuable. So keep an eye on that. Always look stuff up. If I can find a mug for cheap, like I purchased 2 mugs this weekend for like $1.
Yeah.
They're worth like $29. Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with the name. I've never actually found it myself, but if I found it, I'd probably buy it if I could get it cheap, just to try it out.
Okay, nice. SSK Promo says, "Good to see you. Glad that you can make it on."
Hey, what's up?
Never underestimate the crazy, says Alice. So there you go. There you go. Don't underestimate the crazy. So last one that we have here, Jason, skip or flip, and let us know, guys, in the comments, what would you do if you see this item at a thrift store, yard sale, garage sale? Jason, let me know what you're thinking here. We have here a dinosaur.
Okay.
Okay. Here are the pictures here.
Now, I know some dinosaurs can go for some really good money. Oh, yeah. Is that... Yep, Jurassic Park.
Yeah. It says JP.19 on the left leg. There's got the little...
Yeah, I'm flipping
missing bite. You're flipping it?
Yep.
Okay. What would you feel comfortable purchasing this dinosaur?
I'd probably pay 25.
25?
Yeah.
You're paying up.
Yeah, I am. Now, I can't tell from the picture how big it is. I'm guessing this is one of the bigger ones. I know there's some Jurassic Parks that go for a lot of money.
Okay. All right. Now, Jason, I am going to let you know that we've had 2 flips. And there's 3 total.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you want to change your answer, but let us know, guys, in the chat. Alice is saying skip. Alan is saying flip. Justin is saying just like most brands, there are some that there and others. Okay, I think we're talking about the Ray Dunn there. So Atlanta Pickers is saying flip. So
yeah, I'm
still flipping.
Yeah, I'm still flipping, especially with the pattern, the color pattern on it.
Okay, you like the nice little transparent. Yeah. And for the people that are listening to at home. This is a Jurassic Park dinosaur. It is the undercolor is what is it, like a gray with a real bright orange or red, details. I don't know what kind of dinosaur. Are you a big dinosaur fan, Jason? Do you know what this dinosaur is?
I mean, I know the movies, but this thing doesn't look familiar at all.
Yeah, it looks like a T-Rex with horns.
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy looking.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Maria's saying probably flip just because it was hubby's initials. But only if I pay 50 cents. Okay. What would you think this sold for? Or what would...
I've seen some. Now, I'm going to say 150.
150?
Yeah.
So what are the ones... What are the ones that you saw? Do you remember any of the ones that really piqued your interest?
Well, this is what's throwing me off because the ones that I've seen go for $200, $300, $400 are from the 90s movies, but they're the I can't remember the exact name of the brand. Not brand, they're Jurassic Park, but the style is this kind of crazy pattern like this. And I think this is a newer one, but I'm still going to stick with 150.
Okay. Paul is saying this is a horny T-Rex. So this is very true. All right. So, here's a good, although it could be a knockoff. So, all right.
That's always a possibility, but.
All right. So Jason's flipping. He's paying up 30 to 50, and you're thinking you're going to make over $100 on this sucker.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's find out. The horny T-Rex just sold for $260.
That's more than I thought, but yeah.
So there you have it. It is 1993, Jason.
Yeah. Okay.
Kenner. It's a Carnotaurus. I hope I'm saying that right.
Okay. Yeah. Carnotaurus.
Carnotaurus. So if you see that out and about, make sure to pick it up. So a lot of them are they're listed for 200 plus.
Yeah.
So this guy, and I think if I can remember, he does come with accessories. So like the shackles, a muzzle.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, a muzzle and maybe a shock collar.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm trying to look. That little meat piece, someone had it listed. Even the little, the accessories.
Yeah.
$54. I can't remember. Here we go. I don't think this is real.
Yeah, that's
got
really
it listed
high.
for $199 for that little meat piece.
Yeah.
Which is, a lot of them that are listed don't have that little. I keep calling it a meat piece. Sounds funny, but yeah. So there you go, guys. If you find that little dinosaur, I would think that anything vintage Jurassic Park would sell well. What do you think, Jason?
Oh yeah, I have one listed right now. It's a little raptor. It's only about this big, which I mean, I know they can't see this if it's like 2 inches tall, maybe. And I have it listed for $40 just for the little guy. So I can see the big ones going for a lot more money.
Yeah, this guy looks, and just the color. Look, and they even make, look at here, aftermarket replacement meat pieces.
Oh. Yeah, it's the fancy colored ones seem to be the ones that go for a lot of money.
There you go. I guess this is a real dinosaur. I didn't even know that was I guess it would have to be a real dinosaur, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know they made some up, but...
Yeah. All right, so guys, there you have it. If you find anything Jurassic Park, make sure to look it up because it could be worth some pretty good money. So yeah, not to be confused with the Ford Taurus. Okay, nice. There you go, Maria. 100% again, barely. Shackles and shock collar. Definitely. Oh, there you go. Definitely horny. There you go. All right. So, Jason, you did pretty good, brother.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, man. It looks like I think you know what you're what you're talking about here. So.
A little bit, learn as I go.
I think you know what you're going on. Jason, real quick question now that I'm thinking about it. So, your learning process, how do you, learning from other people? How do you learn this reselling thing to become a better reseller?
So, yeah, a lot of it is, learning from other people, watching TikTok videos, YouTube videos, seeing what they're looking at that, try to learn new items to look at. I do a lot of auctions, online auctions, and they'll start them a week out, and that gives me time to do a lot of research on the items that I'm going to bid on, especially so I had the TV lamps that I bought, just sold the last one this weekend. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I bought some old 50s TV lamps, a couple of panthers, and one was a couple of zebras running. They would sit on a large TV in your living room back in the 50s and 60s. I had done a lot of research. I spent almost an entire day looking these things up, finding a website that told you what brand they were, how rare they were, and everything else, and then looking up comps on WorthPoint and everything else. So I do that a lot for auctions, and then for yard sales, it's a lot of guesswork at the beginning, but then you start learning the items more and more, get different areas to look at, basically. I'm always trying to expand. That's my big thing. I want to learn as much as possible. I don't have a set type of item that I sell. I sell literally anything I can find worth money. So
I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of, it's just, there's so much to learn,
There is. There's
like
tons.
You said, this is a treasure hunt. Let's just talk about these TV lamps. Were those Cougar things?
Yeah, there was 2 Green Panthers that I sold,
okay.
and then the last one is 2 zebras running. Those just sold yesterday.
That's so weird. Like, who would ever buy that? But
Yeah, I know. Apparently, they're mid-century modern, which is something people are really into right now. A lot of people are decorating their houses or certain rooms in the whole mid-century modern theme. Yeah. So it's definitely a category to keep an eye out for right now. It's mid-century items.
Exactly. Do you follow Eric the Vintage Hunter on TikTok?
Yeah.
So we had him on, and man, it's one of my favorite episodes. If you guys haven't listened to that, it's great because all he does is sell. The majority of his items he sells is mid-century modern. Yeah. And his warehouse, he only opens it up one day out of the month, and it's appointment only. So
and I've seen his videos, the insane amount of stuff that he has in there, like crazy stuff. I love it.
So cool. Could you imagine like doing this, and we're only we're working on about the month, but that one day it's like this is the day I actually get to sell stuff.
Yeah.
And not do all the work throughout the day. That's awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
So. Yeah. So, Jason, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, and we're at like an hour 30. So I appreciate your time, and thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. So we have a couple more questions for you, and then we'll call it a night. But one of the questions that I had here was, managing your time as a part-time reseller. So we got into that already. So I appreciate you answering that question. And something that you knew when you first started becoming a reseller that you can educate us, or you wish that you knew a certain thing besides shipping, that's something that you knew, or maybe some advice that you would give a young whippersnapper up and coming reseller, that you tell them you're the Jedi Master teaching the Padawan. It's like, hey, listen to me, learn from my mistakes. I wish I knew this when I first started reselling.
Well, I'm definitely not a Jedi Master in reselling, but I would say probably the big thing would be, like I just said, take the time to research different categories and everything. Don't just go into a thrift store and start spending a lot of money, or at a yard sale and spend a lot of money when you're first starting out. Look items up, take your time, find items that you know can sell for good money, instead of just buying a whole bunch of crap and then you're going home and you're stuck with all of it and you're ending up redonating it to Goodwill.
Yeah, that's tough. Or having a garage sale, right?
Or having a garage sale and getting rid of a bunch of your stuff that you bought at garage sales.
Yeah, that's good. That's good tips right there. So, Jason, my last question for you. Let's talk about Jason's goals. What do you have on the horizon that you wish you can accomplish? Is it, even if it's personal goals or something having to do with your eBay business? And I never got to ask you, Jason, are you strictly eBay reseller, or do you dabble in other avenues?
Well, that's actually my biggest goal right now, is to get into other venues. So I did start a Depop. I've cross-listed some Harley shirts on there and some hats. I have some more vintage hats that I'm about to cross-list on Depop as well. I have a few select books listed on Amazon, but I really want to get more into Amazon. And then my other goals are to start, if I'm going to keep selling clothes, I might as well start Poshmark. And I want to get into Whatnot. I've already filed the application, so now I just got to finish that process to get accepted to sell on there, and then kind of do some research and watch some live sales and see how they go and what kind of stuff I should be doing. But that's my main goal, is to reach out to other venues.
Okay, nice. What are some items that you're looking to sell on Whatnot?
See, that's another thing I'm trying to do research on right now, to see what kind of items sell there. I know, right now from what I've looked just a tiny bit, it's a lot of people selling Funko Pops, Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering, sports cards, stuff like that. I don't really have any of that to sell, so I don't know if hats do well on there. But I have a ton of hats that I could sell. I again have more Harley shirts. I don't know if that's something that would sell well on there. I need to look into it, but those kind of items.
Okay, nice, man. I know. I'm kind of in the same boat that you are. I don't necessarily have a specific genre of things that I can sell and whatnot. Yeah. That's one of my issues why I don't sell and whatnot. And my other one is I just don't have the time to do it. You know.
Yeah. That's so the other thing.
Like I can't do all this all the time. You know, everything all the time. My wife would divorce me at the end of the day. You know.
Yeah. I 100% get that. Like you can only stretch yourself so thin, especially doing it part time. Like you got to find a balance. Like I said earlier, and adding more to that balance is just going to make it complicated.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. So, hats I've seen plenty of people sell hats, so I think that might be a good thing. And Maria's saying, heads up on Whatnot, apply under estate sales and antiques for the randoms. Oh, that's
what I did.
Good heads up.
Yeah, that's how I applied for mine.
And Atlanta Picker saying, I just got approved and will probably start with hats and random toy and plush. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I love buying things on Whatnot. I'll tell you that, you know, because you can get some heck of some deals.
See, I haven't even went on the website and looked at anything yet.
Oh, man, so. you need to download the app and just kind of look at the landscape, because it's right now, I would say it's the Wild West, man. People are doing some crazy stuff on there, you know, because it's a lot of, not only are you selling stuff, but it's also I feel like it's a social media app.
Right.
To where you're just, your personality, you know, the way that you present something, the way that you're interacting with the people that are there during the auction. Like, I think that all that helps. You know, people are blasting music, they're cracking jokes, they have all this setup, you know, it's a lot. So I would definitely recommend watching.
That's one thing that I noticed when I applied for it was, like, one of their first questions is, okay, how are you applying to be a seller? Do you want it to base off, like, a platform that you already sell on, or do you want to base it off how many followers you got on social media? And I'm like, man, this is kind of a tough question, because, you know, at TikTok I'm at over 50,000 followers, but I do good on eBay too, so I don't know which one to go with here.
Yeah.
So it definitely has that social media aspect built into it.
Yeah, it's just it's the Wild West, man. It's crazy on there.
I'm going to jump on there, I think, this week and start watching just some random people and see how they're doing it.
Exactly. And, you know, you watch, you know, Carrie, you know, he's got a Whatnot, so he does well on there. You know, just things, you know, you have some people that you know, from TikTok and watching them, they all have Whatnots by now. So
I'm seeing everybody pop up with one now, so I want to check it out.
So Alice is saying, go into the and Whatnot category and browse. That way it helps you find random stuff and giveaways are nice too. Okay, nice.
Okay.
There we go. Alice saying, did you add a video to your application?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't finished the application process yet. I started it and then I put it on pause because work was insane this week. I was working like 12-hour days, so I'm gonna get back to it. Probably tomorrow and finish the application.
But just like think about that. Like that's my biggest worry too. Like, because my job can get pretty hectic too.
Yeah.
So the last thing I need is I work 12 hours and I schedule a Whatnot auction that night, and it's like, man, I do not want to do this today.
Yeah. See, at least if I'm going to work a day like that, 99% of the time, I'm going to know that I have a day like that going on ahead of time.
That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, the struggle is real when you're trying to do this part-time. Okay.
So this is a great question. Alice was saying, do you add a video? Like, what does she mean by that? Because I don't know what she's referring to.
Okay, so I think that's the whole social media aspect. Like I said, you can apply based on other platforms you sell on or as social media. So she's saying if I put up my video of the TV lamps that I bought and sold, more chance that I'll get approved really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely look into that.
That's nice. All right, guys. So, Jason, that concludes another episode of This Week in Reselling. Do you have anything else for the people?
No, I think that's about it. I appreciate you having me on for sure, 100%. Glad to see everybody in the chat, and glad for everybody that follows me on TikTok. And yeah, I had a blast.
Well, thank you so much for jumping on, Jason. I really do appreciate you making time for spending with me and just hanging out.
Oh,
so,
yeah, for sure.
Again, guys, if you haven't followed Jason on all of his social media platforms, his link tree is linked down in the description below. If you want to see his daily content, make sure to check him out on TikTok, because that's where he puts out most of his fire videos, and you're going to enjoy them on there. It's great. It's fantastic. So
I appreciate it.
So if anybody asks any questions, make sure to shoot him a DM on there, or just follow him with anything that you may have. So that concludes, again, guys, another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling. And thank you for everyone in the chat. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're really trying to grow our YouTube. So if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, do us a favor and subscribe. We're close to 4,000 subscribers. Once we hit 4,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a Turbo Man. So that should be fun. So, all right, guys, without further ado, my name is Ray.
I'm Wiki Picks.
There you go. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all, and God bless. Peace.